This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone. Can you see my screen, everyone? Can you hear me?
Good morning, sir. Yes, we can say.
Yeah, good morning. Fine. So in the last session, we discussed about Lambda, right? Yeah. So what is Lambda? Why the project teams are using Lambda function? And how we operate infrastructure, right? How can we schedule? How can we, yeah, check the schedules, right? So cron tab group, we gone through cron tab group, right? These are all discussed, right? These are all we discussed, right? So anyone having any challenges while practicing? So anyone having any confusions, any challenges, anyone? Any questions you can ask? Yeah, so questions in Levande? No questions?
Yes, bro. Up to now, it's no questions.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So today we'll discuss about networking part, which is VPC. VPC is a core service, advanced service. Okay. So without VPC, so infrastructures normally, so while creating instances, while creating resources, network required, right? So we require network. So always, yeah, in real-time projects, we use the customized network. But here in our practice console, we can, yeah, currently we're using the default network, which is the default VPC, right? Yeah. So today's concept is VPC. VPC is a virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. Yeah. Yeah, which is the networking part. Okay. So what is VPC? What are the advantages of VPC? So why the project teams are using customized VPC? So how can we create the VPC, and how can we create the subnets? How can we create the resources inside of the subnets? These are all we discussed today. Okay. Yeah. So VPC, virtual private cloud, is a logically isolated network. So which is a logically isolated network, right? So in physical data center, we create our own network. We create our customized network, our own network, which is a logically isolated network. So why we required a logically isolated network? For example, in AWS data center, so many projects, so many companies, they opt the resources, right? Yeah. So if you use, yeah, if you are using default network, so we need to use the default rules only. So for example, if you are using default network, so we use the default rules only. Default rules. Just a minute, please. Fine. So in real-time projects, we always use the customized network, right? So in our practice lab, we are using the default network. So in physical data centers, in AWS physical data centers, so many projects, so number of companies, they are opting the resources, right? So if you are using a default network in the data center, yeah, we have to use the default rules which already defined by assigned by AWS, right? So when we create our own network, our own VPC, we can design, we can configure customized rules, our own rules. We can use the customized rules. Fine. So always we use the customized network. Fine. So in physical data center, we can create our own network, our custom network, right? For example, so this is our data center. So this is so Mumbai region. So what is region? Anyone? Region అంటే ఏంటంటే what is region?
Physical location.
Yeah. Physical location or geographical location, or we can say data center also. So region is a data center. We can say data center. So what is data center, anyone? Data center is a
Server room.
server room where we host all the servers. Okay. Yeah. So for example, this is Mumbai region. So inside of the Mumbai region, not inside, so under Mumbai region. So these are the zones available. Zones. This zones we can call it as we can say these are the availability zones. To A and to B and also one more zone we have, which is a 2C. 2A, 2B, 2C. Availability zone 2A, 2B, 2C. Right? So for example, this is Hyderabad availability zone. So this is Bangalore availability zone. This is Chennai availability zone. So here data center is a main data center is a region. Region is a primary data center. So these are the availability zones. What is availability zone? So what is the use of availability zone? Let's try to understand. So availability zone also a data center. Yeah. So here region is a data center. Availability zone also a data center. But these data centers we can say we can call it as DR data centers. These are the DR data centers, disaster recovery data centers. What is disaster recovery? Anyone? Disaster recovery and ఏంటండి?
If prod or if anything happens very bad to the production servers or
In
queuing
original servers, in original data centers, if anything happens, we can restore from the DR servers, DR data centers.
backup, it's a replica of prod.
Correct. Yes. Backup data centers. We can say one backup, or so we can say. So if any primary is down, or else any other data center is down. This will take care of the resources. Okay, yeah. So these are the DR data centers, disaster recovery data centers. So I give you few examples here. So in 2016, in 2016, major floods happened in Chennai. Major floods happened. Most of the IT area affected with the water. Okay. So by the time no electricity, no diesel to run the generators, yeah, no drinking water also. So everywhere water, even IT companies, most of the companies shut down. So data centers, most of the data centers shut down. Okay, because everywhere water. So by the time our employees, Capgemini employees, they moved from Chennai to Hyderabad and they work from here. Chennai data center down. So in case this Chennai data center is down, so what will happen? Whatever applications are running here, whatever the servers are running here, whatever the database is running here, so everything will be down, right? All the databases, all the applications, all the servers, everything will be down. So in case servers down, applications down, or databases, everything down, so what will happen? Client business will be impacted. So for example, we host Flipkart server on Chennai data center. So if the data center is down, so application will be down, right? Database will be down, right? So if the application is down or database are down, definitely, yeah. So the client business will be impacted, right? So if the client business is impacted, what will happen? Eventually, the customers switch to other platforms, or else they switch to physical data centers again. Okay, yeah. So people are migrating to cloud, right? Currently, people are migrating to cloud cloud infrastructure. So if the cloud is down, cloud data center is down, so what will happen? They move back to physical again, right? So that is why here aws is giving aws is giving high availability and also high security. So these two are very important. These two things are very important, right? Every customer, when they want to opt the cloud platform, right? So normally, for example, if you want to start any startup company, so if you want to opt the cloud infrastructure, cloud resources, so what is our first question? How the availability, how the security will be addressed, right? So availability, security, these two are very important things, right? So every customer, they check the, yeah, so first availability and security. If I host my applications in cloud, how the security will be addressed, how the application availability. So these are the two concerns every customer raises before going to opt the cloud platform, right? Yeah. So AWS is giving high availability and also high security, right? So these are the, we discussed already. These are the DR data centers, right? So what will happen here? So every moment data will be replicate from one data center to other data center. Data will be replicated from one data center to other data center like this every moment. So whatever the changes are happened in the Hyderabad, that will be replicated to the Bangalore. From here, replicate to the Chennai. From here, replicate to the Hyderabad, right? So like this, every moment data will be synchronized, replicate. Okay. So in case Chennai is down, what will happen? Our applications will not be down anywhere, because so already we have DR data centers, disaster recovery data centers, right? So in case Chennai is down, our applications will be accessible from Hyderabad or Bangalore, right? Applications will not be down anywhere. Databases will not be down. Servers will not be down, right? So in case any one zone is down, nothing will be happen. So even though Bangalore is also down, nothing will be happen. Hyderabad is there, right? So even though Hyderabad also down, what will happen? In case Hyderabad also down, what will happen? Yeah. So entire region is down, for example. So this Mumbai is down completely. What will happen? Nothing will be happen. So it will, the applications will be accessible from nearby edge location, which is Singapore or Middle East. So AWS is having high availability. They are maintaining the backup mechanism. So one region to other region also. So region to region also, they are replicating the data. Even though Mumbai completely down, what will happen? Applications will not be down. So nearby edge location, so data will be accessible. From nearby data center, we can access the applications, databases, and servers. Clear, right, everyone? So AWS is having very good security and very good availability, high availability. So that is why AWS is in first place. They occupied 33% of the market share. So Azure, they're trying to come to first place, but it is not possible. Azure is in second place, Google is in third place. Google also trying to come to second place. Okay. Yeah. So AWS is having very good hardware to maintain the security and availability. Right. So AWS is in first place. Every organization, every project team, they're using AWS. Along with AWS, so any other platform like GCP or Azure, they're using. Okay, fine. Yeah. So these are the availability zones, right? So when any vendor, cloud vendor, when they want to build any data center, they check 100 years of historical data. Any earthquakes are going on frequently. Any earthquakes are happening frequently. Any terror attacks are happening. Any cyclones are happening, right? Any major disasters are happening, right? So they check 100 years of historical data. So yeah, few years back they planned in Vizag one data center, but after Hudud they cancelled that and they moved to Kolkata. Currently, one more availability zone is available in Kolkata. So in Hyderabad, one data center is there, availability zone. One more data center is building here. One more data center is being ready. Maybe so June onwards, yeah, that will be available. Okay, because Hyderabad is the best place for data centers. So here no major floods, no major earthquakes, no major terror attacks, right? So Hyderabad is the best place for the data centers. Fine, yeah. So these regions availability zones will be taken care by AWS only. We don't need to worry about. So AWS already established, right? So all the availability zones, data centers, primary zones, regions, everything is available. So what we will do as a DevOps engineer, we create VPC. Instead of this availability zone, we create VPC. What is VPC? Anyone? What is VPC?
Virtual public net cloud.
Private cloud.
So VPC is a virtual private cloud is a logically isolated network. So this VPC will be maintained by DevOps engineers. So here in the availability zone, n number of projects will be there, right? Currently, AWS data center is having here in Hyderabad. So in that n number of projects, n number of VPCs. Okay. So this is a logically isolated network. So instead of this, we create subnets. Instead of this, we create subnets. Subnet. What is subnet, anyone? What is subnet, anyone?
Copy of data.
Sorry, subnet is a sub network, small network. Instead of the large network, we create the sub network, small network. Right. So when we talk about subnets, we have two types of subnets are available. So what are the types of subnets available? Interview question, Andy. So this is interview question. Subnets are two types. What are those? Public subnet and also
Public and private.
yeah, public subnet and also private subnet. Subnet is a small network. Yeah, so which is subnetwork. So subnets are two types, public subnet and also a private subnet. Okay. Yeah. So public subnet, private subnet. What is public subnet? What is private subnet? So public subnet is a subnet. In this public subnet, we can create public servers. We can create the public servers. So private subnet is a subnet. So in this private subnet, we can create private servers. Right. So public servers we can access through this public servers. We can access through internet. Public servers we can access through internet, but private servers we can access through. How can we access private server? We can access
Firewall.
VPN.
yes, VPN also. Yes, correct. But here private servers we can access through intranet. So public servers we can access through internet. Private servers we can access through intranet. So what is internet? What is intranet? Anyone?
Intranet is inside the company. Internet is outside the company.
Fine. Yes, correct. Yeah. So internet. Yeah. So for example, here in this server we hosted some public application like Amazon shopping site or Myntra, Meesho. So these are all public websites we can access through internet directly. But here in private subnets, we host internal applications like email servers, email server application, which is Outlook, Microsoft Teams, leave management system, time sheets, time card entries, right? So these are all internal applications, right? So for example, once you join to the project, you get laptop, right? So by using laptop, if you want to connect your office network, how can you connect from your laptop? This is your laptop. How can you connect your office network? Anyone?
With Wi-Fi.
వైఫై అంటే సరిపోద్దండి.
ఇంటర్నెట్ ఉండాలి.
ఓకే, ఇంటర్నెట్ అయితే మ్యాండేటరీ. సో ఇంటర్నెట్ ఉన్నా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వలేము ఆఫీస్ నెట్వర్క్. వీ కెనాట్ కనెక్ట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ, రైట్?
With our access, like with our
With VPN, we can connect.
Exactly. Yes. So there is a layer, security layer, which is VPN. So by using VPN, we can connect our office network. So VPN అంటే ఏంటండి? Anyone having idea? VPN.
Virtual private
Virtual
network.
private network.
Yes. So VPN is a virtual private network, right? Which is a firewall, which is a security layer. So by using your laptop, you can connect VPN. VPN will allow you to connect your office network, right? So VPN is a server. VPN, once you log in VPN will allow you to connect your office network, right? So without VPN, we cannot connect our servers. Fine. So VPN is a security layer without which we cannot connect our office network, right? Yeah, fine. So for example, this is the capgemini.com, right? So through internet, I am able to access the Capgemini website, right? So this is public website. So they hosted in public server. So anyone can access from anywhere, right? Even the job portal also. Job portal also we can access Capgemini job portal. But if you want to access your time card, for example, I want to access my time card here through internet. Can we access or not? Timecard.capgemini.com. Enter. Site cannot be reached. Through internet we cannot access. Will not allow you to connect. So if you want to connect your time card, what we required here? VPN required,
VPN.
right? First we need to connect VPN. VPN will allow you to connect your private websites, private servers. Clear, right, everyone? Clear, right, everyone? Yeah. Now, let us go and create VPC. And inside of the VPC, we can create subnets. Inside of the subnets, we can create two servers, public server, private server. So public servers we can access through internet, private servers we cannot access through internet. That is the difference here. The difference you can check. VPN is licensing, so we don't need to create, we don't require any VPN here. So we can create a public subnet, private subnet, right? So inside of that, we can create two servers, public and private servers. Fine, clear, right, everyone? Everyone clear, right? Any questions, Andy? Anyone having any questions? Yeah. Fine. Now, yeah. So if you want to create a VPC, go to services, scroll down here, networking and content delivery. Click on this. Now, see VPC. Click on VPC. So here you can click on, you can check the your VPCs. Here we have a VPC which is a default VPC. So this default VPC should not be deleted. If you delete the default VPC, it will not allow you to create a new VPC. Okay, so that is why don't delete the default VPC and default subnets. Don't delete. These are the subnets, default subnets, right? So now I want to create new VPC. How can we create? Click on your VPCs. Now click on create VPC. So creating VPC is very simple, very easier. Creating VPC is very simple, very easier. So in real-time projects, we will not get chance to create the VPC. So VPC only one time, first time only managers, architects, they create the VPC. So later on, we can add the servers into VPC, but we don't create VPCs again and again. So maintaining VPC is very costlier, bit costlier, right? So don't create many VPCs. Only one VPC you can create and you can practice. Okay. Yeah. Now resources to create VPC only, VPC and more. So if you want to create VPC only, select this one. Or else if you want to create VPC and more, click here. So VPC and more means VPC, subnets, gateways, everything. Even the tag name also, VPC name also. Clear it, everyone? Yeah. Now I want to create a VPC here. So select VPC and more. Now see here, auto generate. So project VPC, right? So IP version 4 CIDR block. So IP version 4 10.0.0.0/16. So this is the CIDR block range, IP version 4. So IP version 4, how many bits will be there? How many bytes will be there? So for example, IP version 4, IP version 6. Two types of IPs are available, right? So IP version 4 is how many bits have
32.
32-bit address. IP version 4 is the
32 bit.
32-bit address, right? So every yeah. So in 32-bit address, 4 octets available. 4 octets. What are those? 4 octets, right? So each octet is having how many bits?
8 bits.
8. 8 into 4. 32-bit address. So IP version 6, how many bits?
128.
128 bits, right? So currently we are not using IP version 6, maybe going forward. So after 1 year, after 2 years, we use the IP version 6. Okay. Yeah. So now auto generate. So there's a project name. Yeah, the name already generated here, which is project VPC. So CIDR block range, CIDR block range 10.0.0.0/16. So /16 is having how many IPs? 65,000.
65,000.
536 IPs we can accommodate in this range, right? Yeah. So here tenancy is nothing but a dedicated one. So not required. You can use the default one only. So number of availability zones 2, number of public subnets 2, number of private subnets 2. NAT gateway. What is gateway? What is NAT? Anyone? What is the full form of NAT? Network address translation. Network address translation. By default, they are giving something, so they are showing none. You can keep as is. VPC endpoints S3 gateway. So like this. Okay. So we can check this, and we can create VPC. Create VPC. Yeah. Now the VPC is created. So VPC is created here, in which 2 public subnets, 2 private subnets. Okay. So click on subnets. Refresh here. See here. These are the 2 public subnets, 2 private subnets. Fine. Yeah. Now yeah. So now we created the VPC and subnets, right? Yeah. Instead of the subnets, I want to create one public server on public subnet, and I want to create one private server on private subnet. Okay. So I want to log in public server and I want to log in private server. So once you, yeah, public server will allow you to log in, but private server, it will not be allowed you to log in. It will give you network error. Okay. That is the difference we need to check here. We can check here. Okay. Now I want to create one server, public server first. Now go to EC2 Click on EC2. Now launch instance, give public server, Amazon Linux only. Second AMI you can choose. Instance type T2 micro, key pair, network settings. Select existing. Yeah, so now configure storage 8 GB only, right? So here network, what you will do, better you can go with the new subnet, new security group. So don't give the existing one. Better you can go with the new security group. See here, this is a new security group, right? Launch wizard one, something, whatever name you want to give, you can give. Now click on, yeah. So here I'll show you something. So go here. So public server name, Amazon Linux server, and also T2 micro. So key pair, default key pair I want to use. Next one, which is a networking part. So this is a default VPC, right? Don't select the default VPC. We need to choose the custom VPC, which is project VPC. So I want to create a server in custom network. Select this. Now subnet. So here I want to give public one. So when I select custom network, auto assign public IP is disabled. So this we need to enable. If you disable this, what will happen? It will not allow you to connect your server. That is why we need to enable this. So here you can enable this. Right? So everything is same. Now click on launch instance. So now the instance is in running state. Clear, right? Next one. So first of all, I'm trying to connect this public server. So copy public IP, open putty, paste here, expand SSH, expand authentication, click on credentials, browse, select your key pair, click on open, accept. Now EC2-user. Now I'm able to connect my public server. Now we are able to access our public server. Fine. Yeah, next one. I want to launch one more instance in private subnet. Launch instance. Server name private server. Instance type T2 micro. Select key pair. Edit network settings. Select your custom network, which is custom VPC subnet. You can choose the private subnet, private one. Select here. Yeah, auto assign public IP should be enabled. So firewall, so security group, you can create the new security group here. No need to give any name, you can keep as is. So here storage 8 GB, one instance. Now you can launch the instance. Yeah. So public server we are able to access, but private server it will not allow you to access. Will get network errors. If you are able to access private server, our VPC is not working fine. Is it clear, right, everyone? Is it clear to you, everyone?
Sir,
So
looks
public
like your
server,
voice break
my voice is
while
breaking.
explaining. It was, sir. Maybe I'm not sure if it was only for me or it was for everyone.
Others, can you confirm anyone? Others, I'm audible.
Yes, bro. You are
Yes, sir,
clear.
you are audible.
You are clear.
So, okay,
Sometimes it
okay.
is breaking, right?
Maybe it
Yeah,
was
maybe
mine. I don't know.
you can check your side. So maybe something going on, some issues, internet issue or something.
Can
Okay.
you, sure, can you repeat one more time, sir? Just briefly.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did you,
So
after creating an instance, what you did?
yes. So public server is a server we can access through internet. Private server is a server we can access through intranet. So through VPN. So currently VPN is not there. VPN is licensing, right? Yeah. So public server, when we try to access this, yeah, see here. Now we are able to ping the server. We are able to connect the server. Public server. Private server, I'm trying to connect now. So when you try to connect private server, it will give you network errors. If you are able to access private server through internet, our VPC is not working fine. That we need to understand. So public server we can access, but private server we should not access. Should not be accessible. Should not be accessible. If you are able to access private server, so our VPC is not working fine. That we need to understand here. Okay. So now I'm trying to connect private server. Copy public IP. Open putty new session. Paste here. Expand SSH. Expand authentication. Click on credentials. Browse. Select keep here. Open. It will not connect. It will give you network error. See here. Network error. Connection timed out. Right. So if you want to connect your private servers, we require VPN, virtual private network, should be enabled. That is a licensing. Clear, right, everyone? So this is the way we can work on VPC. VPC is only one-time activity. First time, yeah, the architects, the project architects or managers, they involve into this activity and they create the VPC. Later on, what we will do as a DevOps engineer, as a cloud engineer, we add the servers into VPC. Okay. Yeah. So one more small concept is there here, which is VPC peering. So this is a yeah interview question, but here peering should not yeah, don't enable the peering. So what is peering? Explain. Okay. So what is peering? What is VPC peering? Right. So peering is a connectivity between two VPCs. It is a connectivity between two VPCs. Right. So for example, in my console, I have two VPCs. One is default VPC, another one is custom VPC. If I want to enable peering between two VPCs, so I need to enable the peering connectivity. For example, our team members are available in US. Our team members are available in India. So in India, VPC is having one network range, one IP range. In US, we have another range. So if you want to communicate from India user to US user or India server to US server, so peering should be enabled. Peering should be enabled, right? So for example, these are the two VPCs. So if you want to communicate from one VPC to other VPC, if you want to communicate from one VPC to other VPC, so peering should be enabled. Peering should be enabled. Peering, right? So how can we enable? I'll show you the steps. Don't create the peering. So some charges will be applied. Okay. So go here. So this is VPC, right? Scroll down here. Scroll down. See here. Peering connections. This we need to enable. Click on this. Now create peering connection. So while creating peering connection, it will ask you to provide the source and target. See here. Name my peering connection one. So VPC ID requester. You can choose default one or custom one. Default one you can choose. Now acceptor, custom one we need to choose here, right? So like this, vice versa, we need to choose. We need to enable the peering connectivity here. So here two options, other options are available, which are my account and another account. For example, in my account one VPC is there, in your account one more VPC is there. So between these two VPCs we can enable the peering connectivity, or else this region or other region. So in my APAC region, one VPC is available. Americas region, which is a Ohio region, one more VPC is available. So between the two VPCs, we can enable the peering connectivity. Clear, Andy? Everyone clear, right? Yeah. Any questions? Anyone here? So once you practice this, make sure the VPC should be deleted. Otherwise, charges will be applied. So first of all, we need to remove the servers. These two servers first you can delete. Terminate here. Terminate. Tomorrow we'll discuss about auto scaling. So once this server is deleted, so then we can go and delete the VPC and subnets. Now terminated. Okay. Yeah. So after that, go to VPC, select your VPC, select this, go to actions, delete VPC. So here you can give delete, click on delete. So now the VPC is deleting. Yeah. So even subnets are also deleted here. Refresh here. Gone. Right? Fine. Clear, right, everyone? Any questions, Nikada? Anyone having any questions here? Fine. Yeah. So we can stop here. So tomorrow we'll discuss about auto scaling. How can we scale up servers? How can we scale down servers? How can we, automatically enable, disable, right, whenever demand comes in. So automatically servers will be, increased, decreased. That we'll see tomorrow. Fine. So VPC practice చేయండి. Interview questions here. Interview questions are: what is subnet? What is the use of subnet? So types of subnets. This is mandatory question, right? Fine, clear, right? Yeah. So we can wind up here. Fine. Thank you all.
Thank you.